I won locals with Centurion, Red Dragon, Archfiend, and here's the list. Main deck, we got 3 Power Vice Dragon, 3 Boners, 2 Soul Resonator, and 2 Crimson Gaia. We also have 3 copies of Emblem of Oath, 1 copy of Stand Up, and then Trudea and Primera for our starters. This is the same engine lineup I showed last time. I'm not playing Spark, that's why we have 2 copies of Soul. For the brickier cards, we have 1 copy of Vision, a Darkness, the Synchron Resonator, Crimson Call, Wake Up Centurion, and the Branded Beast in main. All pretty standard, I would say. And then for the non-engine, we got 3 copies of Super Poly in the main deck, 3 copies of Forbidden Droplet, 3 copies of Hydraulis Harmonia, 3 copies of Fuwa, 3 copies of Ash, and then our searchable Lubalian, as well as Magna and Druis Worm to go alongside it. For the extra deck, 1 copy of Red Rising Dragon. It's pretty tight, so we did have to make some concessions. We got the Crimson Blade Dragon, Zalin the Shackled Dragon, the Crimson King, 1 copy of the original RDA, Abyss, and we have Dispater here as well for all of our Red Dragon Archfiend synchros. We have 1 copy of Oxala, as well as 1 copy of Crimson Dragon, and 1 copy of Cosmic Blazar Dragon for the Centurion engine. I'm also on a copy of Malong and the Lulu Lilith as our Harmonia targets. This turns your Harmonia into engine, and it's also a 12 you can make with a Centurion engine if you get drolled on your Red Dragon Archfiend cards, and you can only set up the 2 back row with the Centurion cards. Usually I would be playing Legatia in that situation, but Lulu also works here, allowing us to make some space for Super Poly targets. 1 copy of Chaos Angel, it's very easy to make in this build, and then a Garura and a Mud Dragon as well. I had a game against White Forest where I Super Polyed for Garura, dropleted the rest of the board, and then made a Light and Dark Chaos Angel with Garura plus Primera. Good times, man. Let's move on to the side deck. We got some hand traps in here, 2 copies of Droll, 2 copies of Ogre, and 2 copies of Bell. This is for going first, siding out the board breakers, and just matchups that board breakers aren't good into, like FTK decks, like Power Patron, for example. Going first cards, we have a Phalanx plus a Judgment and a Warning, as well as the Stand Up for extra consistency, and it helps deal with things like Perulia and stuff that gets sided in. We have a Called By and a Talents here as well. And then finally a Thrust with a Duster and a Raigeki. Like and follow for more.